Hi, good afternoon. This is Elizabeth Griffin, your indie author from South Philadelphia, and today I want to talk about character types. In telling your story, you're going to utilize some of these character types to convey the story that's in your head. And these types are main character, minor character, protagonist, antagonist, dynamic character, static character, round character, flat character, stock character, foil character, anti-hero, anti-villain, and symbolic character. So I listed 13 characters, and these are the ones that are most prevalent in writing. And I want to discuss them in detail. So in telling your story, you have the plot, you have the theme, you have the point of view that you want to tell the story from, and you want to develop your characters. And so we have the main character, which has a starring role in your story, and they appear on a lot of your pages. Then you have the minor character that appears periodically throughout your story. You have the protagonist, which is the main character, and this is the hero of your story. You also have the antagonist, which is the main villain of your story. You have a dynamic character, which is a character that changes throughout the story. So they can be one way at the beginning of your story, and then they can change and evolve and grow and become a different person at the end of the story through the experiences that they've gone through in the storytelling. You also can have a static character, which is a character that does not change. So the same way they were at the beginning of the story is the way they will be at the end. So if they were an angry, bitter housewife at the beginning of the story, that is what they're going to be at the end of the story. You have a round character, which could be your protagonist and your antagonist. And this character is multi-layered. This character you've done a lot of research in this character, and they have many layers, and they are complex. And they are a character that will surprise you throughout the story. You also will have a flat character, and a flat character is a character that may have one trait, one thing that they are known for throughout the story. You also can have a stock character, and the stock character is a stereotypical character. And we've all seen those stereotypical characters in books and in movies. And they could be the lazy neighbor next door, or the beautiful airheaded woman that gets by on her looks. If you use a stock character or a stereotypical character, you can give them an attribute that will make them different and unique. So you can take that character that's stereotypical, and you can give them a trait or something that will make them not so recognizable and somewhat interesting in your story. You can also have a foil character, and the foil character is usually the character that shows the opposite traits of the main character. So if you have the protagonist who is courageous and valiant, you could have a foil character, which could be the antagonist, who could be not courageous and could be villainous and mean. They could be the exact opposite of the protagonist, and that would be your foil character. And the reason you have a foil character is to emphasize the traits and the differences between the two, between the protagonist and the antagonist. You also can have an anti-hero. And an anti-hero is a main character that doesn't have the heroic traits of a hero. So they are the hero of the story, but they don't always act heroically or courageously. And then you have an anti-villain. And to me, an anti-villain is a villain that has the characteristics and the traits of a hero. My son and I argued about this term. He thinks that an anti-villain is simply a villain, or a villain that may do some things that you consider heroic, but deep down he is still a villain, and he has motives for doing the nice things that he does. You also can have a symbolic character, and as I said, when I was talking to my son about the symbolic character, we we discussed Captain America. He represents liberty and freedom and things like that. So you can have a symbolic character that represents something that you are trying to discuss in the story. So these are the 13 character traits that you will use or utilize in your story. They will be, you can make them your own by giving them unique traits and unique viewpoints and perspectives on life. I hope you enjoy this video. Please give it a thumbs up if you appreciate it. Follow me on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. And once again, thank you for your time. Love, peace, joy, and happiness. Bye-bye.